Congresswoman LaMonica McIver is a living, breathing example of the risk that Democrats face for standing up to President Trump and his MAGA disciples in Congress. McIver is a Democrat from New Jersey. She became a national figure in May when she and a small delegation of Democrats were conducting an oversight visit at an ICE facility in Newark. Federal agents showed up and arrested Newark's mayor, Ras Baraka. A chaotic scuffle broke out around their arrival and the arrest of the mayor. The charges against Mayor Baraka were ultimately dropped, but more than a month later, LaMonica McIver was charged with assaulting, resisting, and impeding law enforcement officials. This is the video, by the way. The government claimed that McIver pushed and assaulted the agents, but as I'm looking at the video of this incident, and as I looked at it when we first saw it, it doesn't seem to be the case to me. McIver pleaded not guilty to the charges. Her lawyers say the federal agents disproportionately and recklessly escalated the situation. But meantime, some Trump loyalists in Congress carried the targeting of LaMonica McIver to Capitol Hill, with the Republican Congressman Clay Higgins introducing a resolution to censure McIver and remove her from her post on the House Homeland Security Committee over the incident. McIver did not flinch in the face of this new attack, and ultimately, the resolution failed in the Republican-controlled House, thanks in part to 5 Republicans who joined all Democrats to sink it. Before the censure vote, McIver had a message for the GOP. Quote, "If House Republicans think they can make me run scared, they are wrong." Joining me now is the representative of New Jersey, LaMonica McIver. Congresswoman McIver, welcome to the show. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me. It's so great to be on with you.
It's our honor to have you. And look, you're operating in 2 realms here. One, it was you were at this facility in your capacity as a member of Congress. And as a member of Congress, you have legal oversight privileges at these places. You don't actually have to tell anybody in advance. You don't have to make a booking. And you definitely don't need to get arrested.
Correct. This is correct. We were there to do an oversight visit. This is something that we've done before, not at another detention center, not too far from this one. Me, Representative Watson Coleman, and Representative Menendez, we just a couple of weeks before that went to another detention center and did not have a situation like that occur. But we were there for an oversight visit. Like you said, we have the statutory right to do that. We can show up unannounced and have an oversight visit. We were getting a lot of complaints about this facility, many complaints about folks not getting fed there, the place not being up to par. And that is the reason why we showed up there to check on this facility.
And I want to just underscore to people, that's your job. That's what we as voters want to happen. We want the people we elect or can throw out of office to be able to go in and oversee authority, policing, military. We want our elected people to be the ones who conduct oversight.
Correct. That is our job. Just like you said, yep. Our job is to hold this administration accountable, to hold the executive branch accountable. And that is what I've been doing since I've been elected last September. And what I'm going to continue to do, no matter what this Republican-ran government is trying to do to me, rather it's censorship, rather it's kicking me off committees. I plan to continue to show up, holding them accountable and being the critic
yep.
of this administration when it's, rightfully so.
Also your job. Let's go back to that moment that we all watched on video. What was going on in your head at that moment? Because you're there as a member of Congress. You're there as somebody who wants to hold people to account. You're there as an American. There's an oversight and a little bit of protest, and there's a scuffle, and adrenaline's running high. They've arrested the mayor of Newark. Tell me in your words what was going through your mind.
I mean, first of all, I was shocked what was happening. I mean, these are 3 members of Congress here. We're here. We arrived here, nice and peacefully, asking for a visit, stating the statutory right for us to do so. And the way we were treated just from arrival, it was truly unbelievable. This is not my first rodeo as an elected official. I served on Newark City Council as the council president for 7 years on council. And so I had never had an interaction like this with the government at all. So I was shocked. I was scared because I didn't know what was going to happen. It was very emotional to see that happening. I mean, just the interaction with law enforcement in my community has not always been 150%, positive. And so to see that happening to us, to see all of that playing out, it was just unreal in the moment, but also a scary time and a sad time. I felt extremely sad and emotional and scared just to see how it was all unfolding, especially 3 members of Congress, like literally here to do an oversight visit, which is our job. Like, we're just here to do our job. So to be in that moment, it was an unreal situation.
What we've subsequently heard a recording that's been released in which one of the enforcement people there is communicating and saying, at the behest of the Deputy Attorney General, Todd Blanche, we're arresting the mayor of Newark. It's like, what's the Deputy Attorney General got to do with arresting the mayor of Newark? Why are these guys taking instructions from, that Deputy Attorney General is many layers up from anybody who needs to be dealing with safety and security outside of a detention center. And what were you all doing that was coming in the way of law enforcement? You weren't opening cells and letting people out.
No, we were not. Despite what came out from DOJ spokesperson, we were not there to break people out of jail. We were not there to protest. We were literally there to have an oversight visit, which should have been something that was simple. It should not have taken that long. We ended up spending about 3.5+ hours at this facility through everything that happened, and even the time before waiting to get in. But I had no idea what was, the plan or what was going on from the Department of Justice of why they interacted with us like that, why that whole situation played out like that. I really don't. Once again, I was there to do my job with my other 2 members, and we literally were banking on this situation moving along swiftly because we had other events to get to. We had a presser plan afterwards, so surely we didn't think something like that would play out at all.
I'm glad there were 5 Republicans who were able to see fit to vote against your censure. It reminds me of the 2 Justins in Tennessee, right? You speak out. You get out of line, and we're going to punish you in this house that is built for freedom of speech and expression and accountability. Should have been a lot more than 5 Republicans.
Yeah, well, I'm grateful for the 5. I mean, definitely it was a victory, a victory for a fight that we shouldn't have been in the first place. I shouldn't have been there. I mean, Clay Higgins introducing this resolution was honestly disgusting. And, Clay, who is someone who, number one, left Homeland Security Committee, didn't get the chairmanship that he wanted, definitely having a whole, falling out of himself because of such, and targeting me because I'm doing my job for the people that I represent in the 10th Congressional District. That's what Clay should be doing for the people that he represents, and not focusing on me and trying to silence me or get me kicked off a committee. Because despite any of that, I'm going to still continue to show up and do my job for oversight. I'm still a member of Congress. I still will be a member of Congress. And regardless of that, Clay cannot stop that at all, and he won't.
We are very happy to have you on the show today. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your continued fight for democracy. Democratic Representative of New Jersey, LaMonica McIver.